Hello, this is Joey Boza with Prospects International here. As you probably have heard, we are rolling out unique machine learning models for all of our clients. These models are very, very intelligent, and they do a variety of things that are going to help you grow your business in the years and months to come. One particular piece and feature that these models offer is our implementation of a piano sales appointment setting assistant. Now, this assistant is very, very in tune with your business, and that is really what I think is the most exciting part of it. It actually will capture your unique sales culture, sales approach, because as you continue to interact with it, as customers continue to interact with it, you're actually going to receive a transcription of all of the chats, all of the back and forth with each customer, and you can go in and edit those responses, or you can give your approval on those responses. So every week it's going to be getting smarter and smarter based upon your input and feedback. So the end goal here is to have a chat assistant on your website that functions as close as possible to your best salesperson. So that being said, I'm going to demo the chat feature that is going to be included in all of the machine learning models that we are deploying this year. And just to say again, this is just one piece, one little feature that the machine model does, but it's pretty interesting feature, and it's really going to be a big hand in helping you convert leads from your website. So this is our demo version, and it is available to you. We just sent an article out that has links to this, so you can try this out. It's a very basic setup, but it can be much more elaborate. We always have used a fictitious piano gallery for years as we've demoed products called Prestige Piano Gallery. So I've programmed some basic information. I've gave it some intelligence from the Steinway, Yamaha, and Roland websites. I've gave it some basic sales knowledge, and I set it up as a demo. But I want to make sure that you understand that when we set this up for your unique business, it's going to get much more sophisticated and much more tailored to your culture. But that being said, going through a couple of these features, of course it's going to engage visitors 24/7, even when a store is closed. It books in-person or virtual piano previews synced to your calendar with your lead rotation rules. So any calendar that you have, whether it's Google, whether it's Outlook, whatever calendar function that you decide to use in your business, the machine learning model is going to send that appointment. As soon as it books it with the customer, it's going to send it to your calendar or really any other application that you'd like that notification to be sent to, which is very nice. It saves salespeople a lot of time to have that automatically put in. Another thing is obviously the CRMs. Any CRM that you're working with, we do encourage you to use PianoLeads 3.0 because it's going to be awesome when it comes out. But if you choose to use any other CRM, obviously we can integrate with that, and all of your appointment information is going to go into that CRM. So your live chat agent on your website solidifies the appointment, schedules it, and then takes care of sending all of that appointment information to whatever calendar or CRM that you have in place, which is very, very nice. It also handles the appointment reminders to the customer, emails, chats, and putting the event on the customer's calendar, which is very nice. So Zoom Meeting Generator and Global Sales Tools, this is something that is really, really cool that is implemented in it. So, we live in an age where people are very, very busy. I know that a lot of pianos have been sold through live chat, especially during the COVID times. So what has been implemented into this model is you can pretty much set up a Zoom meeting or a virtual appointment to preview a piano. And the system will set up the Zoom meeting, notify the client, get everything set up. So all the sales associate has to do is just be there for the meeting, have Zoom open. When they open Zoom, they'll see that their machine learning assistant has created that virtual meeting for them, and they're live and ready to go, and the customer will join. So it's very nice that we have that integration with Zoom, because it makes it very easy to do these virtual appointments. Not only that, I understand that we do have some restrictions on new inventory and territory and where we can sell, but we can sell used inventory pretty much anywhere. So this is really going to give you an advantage to be able to sell that used inventory in other territories, really, anywhere that you can ship, because you're going to have the ability to have live demos very quickly set up by artificial intelligence, by your machine learning model, and you can be stacking those digital appointments, and you can be selling pianos to people that are out of your territory. Not only pianos, but maybe other products that you may have related to pianos as well. So learns weekly from dealer feedback. This is a very, very cool and important feature, because AI is a tool that has to be responsibly and slowly implemented into your business, because it's representing your business. So we never want to have something representing your business that you do not control. So as I said earlier, every week you're going to get transcriptions of all of the chats that have happened with live customers, and you'll be able to edit the responses that the machine learning model gave. And as you continue to edit those and put in your own sales culture approach, for example, it responded with X, but your salespeople, you prefer that they respond with Y. Well, you can implement Y, and then your machine learning model, next time it encounters that query, it's going to use Y, which is what you have implemented, your sales culture approach, which is very, very nice. So as time goes on, it really can. We're going to strive for perfection here. Obviously, humans are the best, but we're going to strive for perfection to save you as much time as possible, because if we can have an assistant that is scheduling appointments for you just as well, or almost as well as your best sales associate, it's going to free you up to do other things that machine learning cannot do to help you build your business. So also in that vein, live associate escalation, which is very nice tool to have. Anytime a customer wants to talk to somebody live, wants to have a live conversation or anything like that, this model will reach out to the next sales associate in line via text. Give it a couple minutes for a response. If it doesn't respond, we'll take a message. If it does respond, we will connect that customer right to you. We can provide them with information on how to contact you. We can even put in tap to call, tap this button here, and then it calls your next sales associate in line. So we're going to do all that we can to ensure that if a customer wants to talk to a live sales associate, we can connect them right away, immediately, so that live sales associate can continue the sales process. Custom branding and widget placement, of course, we're going to brand it to you. It's going to be your company logo on all of the assets. So that's nice, because it's nice to have that technology on your site and be able to represent that you are owning that. Sales-focused tone. So like I said, it's designed to book more appointments and close more sales. So it's focused on that. Every model is different because it's going to build with your sales culture, but some base foundational logic in the model is we're trying to set appointments here. We're not trying to shove an appointment down a customer's throat, but that is our end goal. Every model is programmed with that foundation. We're here to set appointments. We're here to sell pianos. That's the main goal. So live inventory sync is another great feature here that is involved. It will sync to your existing inventory system, or PianoLeads 3.0 is going to have an inventory system. So if you ever need to know what inventory is on hand, the machine model is going to know and have access to all of that data. If you decide to program your machine learning model with the ability to check inventory, perhaps there's a customer that it's speaking with, and you would like it to let the customer know that it's going to be a little bit of a wait on a grand, or digitals can be delivered. Here's how many we have on hand. There could be a call to urgency. We have 5 of this specific model left. You better get in here or order it. You do have that availability to sync with inventory, not only on the live chat side, but like I said, this is just one feature of the machine learning model that you're going to be receiving. this is a customer facing feature. So there's going to be a client facing feature as well. And that is going to allow you to interact with inventory on hand, interact with invoices, accounting, all kinds of different business related tasks. So that's why having inventory involved in this is very important. I missed one here, so lead capture and follow-up. Of course, just like our systems do now, it is going to trigger SMS automation flows and email notifications to the customer after they've scheduled an appointment to do everything that we can tastefully, and once again, with your approval and you being behind the wheel, with the intention of getting that customer to actually attend the appointment. Tasteful reminders for them to do that. Intelligent buyer match is something that's really, really cool. So based upon the customer's skill level, it's going to ask the customer specific questions, their budget, their preferences, just like a seasoned salesperson would. And it's going to try to match pianos and give them suggestions based upon what they are, their input. And once again, we're going to be able to tailor these suggestions based upon every business and every sales culture, and we're going to work with you on a one-on-one basis in order to get these models tailored to you, which is going to be very nice. Built-in finance calculator, which is nice. If you want this option, we can put this in. I know traditionally, when we sell pianos, it is kind of a nice sales tool to throw in that calculator. Hey, here's the financing. Here's how much it would be at these rates. So these models have the ability to learn your financing structure and integrate with whatever you're doing for financing. And it will take the model in question and it will go ahead and put that financing calculator in front of the user so they can go ahead and calculate that. Automated follow-ups, which I've already spoken about before, but the system is going to, as PianoLeads does right now, it is going to follow up with your existing customers tastefully. It can also display high-res images of what you do have in stock right in the chat window, which is really cool. It will recommend locations and maps based upon where the customer is. Let's say you have multiple locations. It will guide them to the right location based upon their input, and when the entire conversation is done, the model is going to give that a score, right? And that score is going to be passed on to the CRM and passed on to your salespeople to let them know, okay, we scored this as a 9. This buyer has high intent. They're looking for an upscale model. It looks like a great sale, and everything that they have mentioned is just kind of spot on for our ideal purchaser. So you'll see that scoring before you go into the meeting, before you go into the appointment, which is very nice. We can also integrate some virtual sound demos, audio samples of each piano if you'd like. So those are all the features that can be implemented. And as you can see here, these are additional options. Now the demo that I've programmed for you today, it takes time to really set up all of this stuff. It's all available, but I really want to get the technology in front of you because it's exciting. So not every single feature is built into this particular demo, but every feature that I have read to you can be put into your machine learning model upon request. And when we do receive that request, we will work with you and make sure that all of those elements that I just discussed are put in based upon your sales culture. But that being said, you can see a link below here in this article to try this live demo. And it's very easy to do. You can click right over here, this little button here, ask us anything, and send us a message. And here we go. We're going to get started integrating with the business's live chat agent, which is connected to your machine learning model. Now, this one has limited data because it's a demo, but we can go ahead and interact with it, and I can kind of show you an example of that. We are searching for a piano for our 12-year-old son. We are just beginning our search. Now, the response I'm going to get is based upon the generic follow-up data and information and URL references that I have put in. So your responses are going to be different because, once again, they're going to be tailored to your business. But let's see what we get back from my experience. As you know, I did sell pianos before, and of course, I've been serving you guys for 10 years, so I do know a little bit about the process. So here's what we got. We told them we have a 12-year-old son, and we're just beginning our search. So we received, hello, it's wonderful that your 12-year-old son is starting out their piano journey. For beginners, digital pianos are often a great choice because they're affordable and maintenance-free, but an upright piano could also be a lovely option if you want an acoustic experience. Are you thinking more about a piano for home use? Do you have any brands in mind like Yamaha or Steinway? I'd be happy to help you compare some options. So why didn't it go straight into the appointment? Because there's levels of appointment urgency that you can program into each model. So for example, with this model, I programmed it to be a 6, right? So that means that it's not going to rush off to the appointment right away. It's going to gather some information, try to help me, try to educate me a little bit, and then go for that appointment. Now, these can be adjusted based upon your preferences. If we were to kick that up to 10, the answer would immediately be, well, the only way to pick out a perfect piano for your 12-year-old son is to get into the store. So we have that. That's the highest level of intensity, or we can bring it down lower to, whatever suits your business. But I'm just going to answer these questions here. Are you thinking an acoustic experience? Are you thinking more about a piano for home use? Do you have any brands in mind like Yamaha? I'd be happy to help. We are new to pianos, so not sure. Oops, okay. Our home is not too large, but we like the idea of an acoustic instrument. So we got back. Thanks for sharing. Since your home isn't too large and you prefer an acoustic piano, an upright piano could be a perfect fit. It offers the authentic sound and feel of an acoustic instrument without taking up as much space as a grand piano. Yamaha uprights are known for their consistent quality and innovation, great for home use, while Steinway uprights offer a rich, handcrafted tone. If you're looking for something more traditional and premium, would you like help comparing a few upright models or learning about pricing? I'm going to say, oh yes. How much do I have to spend, right? Because that's going to come up. That's important. We're all, as you know, that's a very important element of sales and a very important question we get all the time. And how are we going to field that question? Well, once again, I have programmed this demo model to talk about price ranges, right? In a specific way. I programmed it to be very positive when talking about price ranges. I programmed it to give them a range, but if they talk about prices or ranges, I programmed it to start the appointment process right away, because that's kind of a nice question that it's a question that tells us that they have good intent. They want to know prices. So the next step is, well, now we want to try to schedule that appointment. So here's the response we got back. Great question. Upright pianos can vary widely depending on brand, model, and condition. Yamaha upright pianos typically start around $5,000 for new models, while Steinway uprights usually begin closer to $15,000 due to their handcrafted quality. There are also used options that can be more affordable. Would you like to schedule a free, no-pressure appointment with a piano expert to discuss your budget and find the best options for your son? Now, notice it's referencing Yamaha, it's referencing Steinway because I added those references to the model. Obviously, we're going to add your manufacturers, your brands to the model, and that is what it's going to talk to us about, which is very, very nice. So at this point, I'm going to say, okay, yeah, I like this. Let's go ahead. Yes, let's schedule, right? So wonderful. To book your free appointment with a piano expert, may I please have your full name, phone number, and email address, and your preferred day and time for a meeting. Our appointments are available between 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. Once again, programmed hours. Actually, these hours weren't programmed. It was pulled from this knowledge base has URLs that it can visit to go out and get knowledge from. So I have a fictitious Prestige Piano Gallery website that lists the hours on it. So what it did there is it went out to that website, got that information, got that hour information, and gave it back to me in real time. Why this is awesome, right? Let's say you change your hours or something changes on the website. Let's say you decide to start selling a different variation of a product, or you change the inventory and you do all that on your website. Well, this model is going to your website for information, right? So as long as we keep that updated in one place, we're going to have updated information to the customer. which is very, very nice. So it's very important what references we input to these models, because that is the source of the information that I am getting back. So I'm going to say tomorrow at 11 a.m. I am available. Great. Could you please provide your full name, phone number, and email address so I can check availability and confirm your appointment tomorrow at 11 a.m.? I have programmed this model to get name, phone number, and email address. You don't have to get phone number. We do need email address because we're going to be sending out some calendar invites, and if it's a live, if it's a virtual piano demonstration, we have to know where to send the video link to when it's time for it. But I'm going to go ahead and put that in. Okay, now let's enter that. So what it is doing now is it is going in and it's checking the calendar availability of your store, right? And what it did is it looked into that availability. It will not double book. Okay, so if there was an appointment at that time, what would have happened here is it would have responded with, unfortunately, we have a booking at that time. Here are some other options. But it just turns out that they didn't have a booking. You don't have a booking during that time. So it responded with, your appointment to discuss upright piano options for your 12-year-old son is confirmed for tomorrow at 11 a.m. We look forward to helping you find the perfect piano. If you have any other questions before then, feel free to ask. So what has happened in the background here? A lot of wonderful, amazing things, as I always say. So first thing that happened is the calendar, your business, your piano gallery calendar was updated with this appointment. It was slotted in because it was programmed to look for appointments between 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. That's fair game. If there's nothing on your calendar during that time, on your appointment calendar, it's going to go ahead and schedule it because those are the instructions. It has scheduled that. It has assigned that event, that piano showing, to the next available sales associate in your PianoLeads queue. They have received a lead notification email. That event has gone onto their calendar and they have received a link to that. On the customer-facing side, the customer has received an email confirming their appointment, and it has been added to their calendar. Well, we don't know what calendar that they have, but in the email that the system sends out, it gives you an option to add it to a Google Calendar, an Outlook calendar. There's like 5 different main calendars. So it's very likely that the customer is going to be using one of those calendars. We also have their phone number, so we're going to be sending automated text messages and, of course, emails reminding them tastefully about their appointment, and we're going to do everything we can to have them show up for that appointment. So I didn't demonstrate the Zoom. This was actually a live in-person appointment. I didn't demonstrate the Zoom integration because that is a feature that we can add on demand. It works very well. We've already tested it, and it's generated all the necessary information. In this particular model, we didn't add the instructions to ask for digital or ask for in-person. We labeled this as a strict in-person appointment system. But I highly recommend in your model giving it the instructions to also ask for the digital virtual appointment, because like I said before, it's very convenient for people that are in your territory, and also if you're selling an instrument without territorial restrictions, you could really open up the sales process. Well, globally would be a great dream. But as far as used pianos go, it could be very, very likely that you could sell some pianos outside of your territory within your state, or maybe even further away. So this is the beginning of that, which I think could be a great addition to your business. And of course, we're happy to help you get set up in that vein as well. So, like I said, this is just one of the many, many, many features and improvements that we're putting into PianoLeads 3.0, and one of the many features that your piano industry specific machine learning model is going to have. Stay tuned, because the next feature we'll be rolling out and discussing is social media generation. It's a whole other video in itself, but I'm excited about it, and I'm just going to mention it here at the end here. These machine learning models can pretty much run your social media accounts, and they do it tastefully and they do it well, and nothing gets posted without your approval. But it's going to generate piano-related content, and it's going to make your social media accounts look amazing. I mean, relative posts, consistent posts, which is going to drive up your presence in the algorithm, and with a higher potential of your posts being viral, because you're having the machine learning model generate posts based upon data that it finds from all over that are likely to go viral and build your business. So that's just a little bit of taste of what's next. Stay tuned for the next video, and I wish all you well, and can't wait to be implementing this stuff in 2025. Let's go.